Well, hello everyone. It's Editing Jane coming to you guys, and for whatever reason, while I started editing my video, I realized that my intro is gone. But as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be about my first haul of 2022. So if you guys are interested in seeing what I picked up, all that good stuff, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from moi. Now let's jump into this haul because I have some very special fragrances here that I'm so excited to share with you guys. Alright you guys, so the first two fragrances are from the same house, and I would like to take the time to thank Max Aroma for sponsoring this portion of the video and sending over these two fragrances. I am so appreciative of Max Aroma for supporting me over the last couple of months. They are an approved online retailer that sells fragrances and other products that are scent related. So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Madeline and Russian tea from the house of Mosque Milano, and this is a house that I have been so interested in. I've heard so many people talking about, and these two fragrances specifically caught my eye, and a third did as well, but that one I was a little bit more afraid to try. So I'm going to start off with Madeline because this is my scent of the day, and you guys, this fragrance is absolutely stunning. First of all, the bottle is incredible, and the box that the bottle comes in is so adorable. Don't worry, I'm going to show you guys close-ups of both. Madeline is your sweet, lactonic, vanillic, nutty, warm, sweet vanillic scent. It has a little bit of a spiciness to it as well. I really enjoy wearing this fragrance. This is not your typical lactonic sweet gourmand scent. This has a little bit of a twist to it. It has a little bit of a resinous quality to it, which I find very sexy, very sensual, but it makes it a little bit more unique. This isn't a fragrance that's just, you know, sweet, cute, and pretty. It has a little bit of a nice rugged edge, which I enjoy. I love resinous fragrances. I love fragrances that have that like ambery touch, lap denim, you know, things like that. I love those types of balsamic scents. So this fragrance opens up with a very creamy chantilly accord. Chantilly cream is basically like whipped cream, and it's so creamy, it's so sweet, it's so delicious. I also have a Perfumes de Marly fragrance that has chantilly cream, and it's stunning. So it gives you that creamy lactonic type of scent with a little bit of sweetness, but it's more of like an airy sweetness. And you also get some warm nutty chestnut along with some cumin, and sometimes cumin can come off as kind of smelling like BO, but I think that the cumin in this fragrance kind of adds a little bit of a spice to the scent. And you also get some cypress, and I find that the cypress adds that unique touch to this fragrance. The tuberose to me is a very creamy, buttery tuberose. That's my favorite type of tuberose. It's not too fresh, it's not green at all, but that cypress adds like a green, piney type of scent to the fragrance, which adds a little bit of a unique touch. However, this fragrance still maintains that creamy, delicious, gourmand, nutty DNA, which I love. And then in the base, you get some milky musk, you get some vanilla, and you also get some tonka beans. So this fragrance is beautiful, you guys. I love this scent. A little bit goes a long way with this as well. It's so beautiful, it's so unique, but it's also sexy and sensual. This is a grown-up gourmand in my opinion, and even though this is sweet and creamy and lactonic, I do find this to be a little bit more gender fluid than most people would think. I just really enjoy this fragrance. It's not too sweet, it's not too gourmand, but it's gourmand enough to satisfy that craving, and I really enjoy the milky musk in this fragrance as well. So this is Madeline. Now the second fragrance from Mosque Milano I have here is Russian tea, and Russian tea actually took me by surprise. I was very surprised at how much I really enjoy this scent. This fragrance is your green, smoky, fresh, ambery type of scent. It also has a woody quality to it, and I get some leather from this scent as well. I really enjoy this fragrance, but a little bit truly goes a long way in my opinion. These are the 30 ml bottles, but when I tell you these feel so high quality, it's like ridiculous. But anyways, this fragrance has tons of notes that I really enjoy, and it kind of took me by surprise with the opening, but as the fragrance dries, I really enjoy it. I'm really starting to get into tea scents. I love drinking tea, and tea fragrances to me are very calming, and I like coffee scents as well. So I was thinking about doing like a coffee / tea fragrance video to give you guys all of my tea and coffee fragrances and how much I love them. But anyways, Russian tea. This fragrance opens up with a blast of mint, black pepper, and raspberry. And for me, the black pepper and raspberry was very attractive, but that mint, I was like, I don't know how this is about to go. So when this fragrance opens, you do get that sweetness, that fruitiness from the raspberry. You also do get a little bit of spice, but what I get the most is that mint. That mint is there and it's not shy. and it adds this unique quality to the fragrance with that tea being in the fragrance as well. So the mint is there. It's very fresh. It gives you like a nice burst of a freshness without it being like bergamot or citrus. It adds a little bit of a twist to the freshness of the scent. And then in the mint you get some black tea and some magnolia, and the magnolia adds some freshness to the fragrance. It adds a little bit of brightness, but that black tea is extremely strong. This to me kind of smells like a green tea fragrance, but that black tea note is so pronounced that the green tea vibe that I get, I think it comes from the mint mixing in with that black tea note. But this fragrance is really nice. I really love how that magnolia kind of brightens up the fragrance just a little bit, but that black tea is very grounding. And then in the base you get some birchwood, some leather, some incense, and you get some labdanum. So the birchwood gives off a little bit of a smoky vibe along with that incense. And then for me personally, I think labdanum smells very similar to like amber, so it kind of gives like an ambery vibe. And then the leather also adds a little bit of a smoky touch. To me, the leather adds like a smoky touch, but it also deepens up the scent. The leather that's in here is not a screechy leather. It's not too intense, but it's there. So that's why I said I don't like to spray too much, but I really enjoy layering this with other fragrances, like for example Tea Escape from Maison Margiela. That fragrance is actually discontinued and it's also a tea fragrance, and I like to layer them together. It's a really nice combination if you like tea scents. But yes, this fragrance was a pleasant surprise. And they also have a fragrance called Tango that I really want to try. A lot of people like it, but some people say it's too masculine. But you know, I like to try my looks. And again, I want to thank Max Aroma for sponsoring this portion of the video. I truly appreciate you guys' support, and make sure you guys check out their links down below. If you want to support me, if you want to let them know that I sent you, go ahead and shop through those links. Alright, so hopping into more of an affordable option, I have two from the same brand as well. So these two fragrances are very popular on Instagram and TikTok, and if you guys want me to make a fragrance TikTok, please let me know down in the comments below, because I would love to get out fragrance content to you guys on TikTok. I do fragrance content on my Instagram, and I'll have the link to my Instagram down in the description box as well. So yes, let me know if y'all want a TikTok from me, because I'll get that started ASAP. And I picked up Vanilla Bourbon from Mixbar and Whipped Almond from Mixbar. And Whipped Almond is actually a new release. They actually released another new fragrance that I'm trying to get my hands on, but it sold out so quickly. These retail for $18.99 at my local Target, and I think that's an amazing deal for an eau de parfum concentration. And look how cute these bottles are. Like, they're so cute. I feel like if you're interested in if you're just getting into fragrances, or if you are on a tight budget and you want to still smell good, they are so disrespectful. I feel like if you are just getting into fragrances, or you are very tight on your budget but you still want to smell good but you don't want body sprays, I think this is a great option. I think Mixbar has an amazing selection, and this video is not sponsored by them, of course, and I purchased these with my own money, but I do want to let you guys know that there are affordable fragrances out there that smell incredible. Even though they're not like the most unique fragrances, they still smell really good, and for $19 you can't beat that. So I'm going to start off talking about Vanilla Bourbon. This fragrance is one of the most popular ones that I've seen. My girl Yummy on Instagram and on TikTok, I'll leave both her Instagram and her TikTok down below if you haven't seen her or know who she is. So she persuaded me to buy those, because I'm like, you know what, if she loves them and we have similar tastes, then you know I'm gonna love them. Oh my god, it's so loud. So Vanilla Bourbon is just a sweet vanillic powdery scent. It's very simple. There's nothing really unique about this fragrance. However, if you really like vanilla scents and you like the powdery vanilla scents, you will really enjoy this fragrance. So some of the notes in this fragrance are oak, vanilla of course, and some jasmine. I think that this is a very nice easy reach fragrance. I really like wearing this fragrance to bed. It's so calming, it's so soothing. I like layering this with Vanilla Woods as well. So if you own Vanilla Woods by 7 Virtues, definitely layer them together and see how you feel. They're both pretty affordable and they smell great together, especially if you like vanilla scents. If you own Vanilla 28 from Kayali, this is another great combo, but this by itself is really nice. Now what I will say is it doesn't have the best projection, but it lasts about 6 hours on my skin, which is not bad for a $20 fragrance. Like, it's actually incredible how long this lasts. And this is a 50 ml bottle, so you could just throw this in your purse and go, depending on how big or small your purse is. I can fit it in my handbag. They also have travel sprays as well. I think they're like $11. So if you don't like carrying full bottles, get you a travel spray and just spray, honey, because this smells really good. And I've gotten so many compliments with this fragrance as well. This scent isn't too complicated. It's very simple. It's straightforward. You smell good. So if you're looking for something that's affordable but also smells really good, I think Vanilla Bourbon is an amazing choice. So this is Vanilla Bourbon from Mixbar. My hair keeps falling in my face, y'all. So if I keep playing in my hair, I'm sorry. But the next fragrance I'm gonna talk to you guys about is Whipped Almond, and hence the name. This has an almond note. This is an almondy fragrance. So this fragrance is a sweet almondy, kind of cherry-like scent. It also has a little bit of a woody quality to it, a little bit of a powderiness as well. I would say that I've been reaching for this one more, especially for bedtime. I just really like nutty, almondy, sweet fragrances. That's just like my vibe, especially for the winter time, fall, winter, going into spring. I love those warm, nutty, almondy fragrances. Just nutty scents in general is my favorite. That's why I love Madeline as well. So this fragrance has notes of sandalwood. This has some iris, and this also has some almonds, of course, and sweet milk. To me, I do get a little bit of a lactonic quality, but not too lactonic. It's not as lactonic as Madeline or some other fragrances that I have, but I do get a creaminess from this scent, which is very pleasant. The almond does kind of come off as a cherry type of almond, but again, I really enjoy when almonds go cherry, but I also love when almonds stay nutty and almondy, so I like both, and this fragrance is just beautiful. I really love how this fragrance wears overall. Whipped Almond has a similar longevity as Vanilla Bourbon, so I get about 6 hours of wear, but with this one, the projection is a little bit louder for the first like hour and a half, but they're very similar in the sense that I do have to carry them both around and top them off. They are beautiful layered together, but again, I like to wear this fragrance to bed, and I do like to layer this fragrance with other vanilla scents. I find that when I layer this with other almondy scents, this fragrance gets lost, but when I layer with other vanilla scents, the almond still kind of stays there and comes off kind of cherry-like. So absolutely love this fragrance. These two are really nice if you are looking for a very sweet scent. Nothing too complicated, nothing too fancy, nothing too hard to understand, and you smell great for 19 bucks, so that's what I'm here for. So this is Whipped Almond from Mixbar. So this next fragrance I'm going to talk to you guys about, I've had for a while. This was sent to me in PR, so I'm very grateful for this fragrance and the company reaching out to me to send me this fragrance. So this fragrance is called Oshun V from the house of Imperial Fragrances. This is a black owned brand, which I'm here for, but the inspiration of this fragrance was the goddess Oshun. This fragrance is so beautiful and I'm so addicted. I wore this during the coldest days and I was like, you know what? Let me stop wearing this, because as soon as it gets hot outside, I'm wearing this and I'm showing out. And this fragrance is stunning. This is a sweet, delicious, juicy, fruity fragrance. It has a little bit of a freshness to it as well. It has a slight woody quality to it, but mainly this is a bright, fresh, sweet, fruity fragrance with some florals in there. I really enjoy this fragrance. This has a very prominent note of mango. So if you guys don't know, I absolutely love the fragrance Mango Skin from the house of Velhem Perfumery. That's a very heavy mango scent. I love mangoes. I love to eat mangoes. I love to smell like mangoes. It's very tropical and delicious, and it makes me feel like a baddie. This has a very heavy nuance of mango, and I love it so much. So this fragrance opens up with some exotic fruits and some plum blossom, and then in the mid you get some magnolia and some mango. And to me, the magnolia adds to the freshness of the scent. It does keep the scent very fresh and bright, but it also adds a little bit of a floral touch to it. And then in the base you get some coconut milk, some vanilla, and you get some woody notes, which for me just really adds to the sweetness and the beauty of this fragrance. The pink juice is just so feminine, so dainty, so cute. I will say that if you enjoy fragrances like Idole from Lancome, if you love those bright, fresh, fruity florals, you would love this scent. This fragrance is so easy to wear. It makes me feel so pretty. Like, this is a pretty girl scent, especially for the springtime going into summer. If you love to smell fruity, if you love to smell fresh and clean but in a fruity way, this is perfect for you. And I love the story behind this fragrance as well. This performs beautifully. This fragrance is very long lasting, especially for this to be a fruity floral, and the woody notes in the base does not overpower the fruity freshness of the scent. The sweetness still stays, the freshness stays, but the sweetness does kind of die down and it kind of becomes a little bit more of like a musky type of freshness. So I think there might be like white musk in here as well, because I do get that freshness throughout the fragrance. But you guys, this fragrance lasts about 12 hours on me, and I get about 8 hours of strong projection. I don't have to reapply this fragrance, which I absolutely love, and I think that this fragrance is gonna be my go-to for this spring and summer since I ran out of my Idole. I don't think that I've posted my empties video yet, but I did use all of my Lancome Idole, so this is probably gonna take its place because I love mango, and this has a very heavy mango note to it. So this is Oshun V from the house of Imperial Fragrances. Stunning scent. Please check this fragrance house out if you have not already. So speaking of black creators and black owned businesses. This fragrance is a black collaboration with the company, and the fragrance that I have is Exaltè, and this was created by Perfume, and she's very successful on TikTok, and she's very successful on Instagram. I found her through Instagram, and she's very sweet. She's located in Dallas, and I was so upset that I couldn't make it to her release party, because I definitely would have picked it up at the release party, but I ordered it that day when she released this fragrance. And I just want to say, if you watch this video, girl, congratulations on your launch again, and this fragrance is a very nice launch, so congratulations to you. But I did purchase this with my own money just to support, you know, fellow creators, because we don't get a lot of opportunities, especially being black fragrance creators. Like, that's virtually unheard of. There are only 2 other black fragrance content creators that I know of who have successful launches with other companies, and I'm so proud of all of you who are putting in the work and paving the way for other fragrance content creators like myself, especially black fragrance content creators. And the fact that she's a black woman, just like, it just sets it off for me, so I had to support her. And this is a limited edition fragrance. I'm not sure if it's sold out or not, but if it's still available, I'll link it down below. But this fragrance is beautiful. I'm speechless. This is a stunning rose, vanillic, woody scent. It also has a freshness to it as well. I really love how this fragrance wears on my skin. When I first smelled this scent, I automatically thought of Delina Exclusive and Delina, like them put together. But I noticed that this fragrance has the same Turkish rose, and I mentioned in my previous video that Turkish rose and Bulgarian rose are very expensive roses, which give like a velvety, rosy type of texture to the fragrance, and it does just that in this fragrance. This has pink pepper, this has Turkish rose, this has some vanilla, some sandalwood, some amber, and I would say that this fragrance makes me feel confident and just sexy and sensual, but also like sophisticated and elegant. Like, I feel like an adult when I wear this fragrance, but I don't feel like I'm unapproachable. So if you love those warm vanillic rosy scents like Delina Exclusive, then you will really enjoy this fragrance. It's not as creamy as Delina Exclusive, and it's not as fresh as Delina, so that's why I said it's a perfect mix between the two. In my opinion, this fragrance is signature scent worthy. This fragrance is one that I find to be very sexy and sensual, but also you can wear this in the day or night. This is a very versatile scent, which I really enjoy about it, and the fact that a black woman created this is just amazing for me. So this is Exaltè from, I think the company is Bella Aura, but it's in collaboration with Fumi Monet. Now this next fragrance is one that I literally just got like 2 days ago, and this fragrance was one that was a little bit of an impulse buy. I did buy this, you know, just because it sounded amazing, and if you guys know me, I love gourmands. I love smelling edible and delicious, and when I read the notes on this fragrance, I was like, yeah, I need you. And this is called Top Secret from Be Layered, and this fragrance house is a fragrance house that does original creations, and they also do some inspired fragrances. My camera died, so if my frame is a little off, I'm sorry. So like I was saying, Be Layered is a company that has their own original fragrances, but they also have inspired fragrances as well. So I own a fragrance called Caramel Overdose, which smells extremely similar to Love Don't Be Shy from Kilian. They also have their own Delina inspired fragrance. They have other inspired fragrances from like Jo Malone and all types of different houses. So this fragrance is one of their original fragrances, and this scent is a very sweet, warm, chocolatey scent. It has a little bit of a creamy, like lactonic vibe to it, and it also has a very nice gourmand touch to it. So this fragrance has some chocolate, some caramel. This also has some almond cookies and some sweet creamy milk. So this fragrance is absolutely stunning. It kind of smells like a Tootsie Roll when you first spray it, but I don't know if that's because this fragrance has to macerate. I've noticed with layered fragrances in the past that you have to like spray them a couple times, let the air get into the bottle, and let it macerate, like let it kind of mature a little bit and really get the fragrance, you know, going. And I let mine typically sit for about 2 to 3 weeks. So I do want to update you guys on this scent and let you know how it smells differently. But as of now, it just smells kind of like a Tootsie Roll to me. I don't get the full experience, but I am excited to see how this fragrance goes. So I can't really tell you about performance and things like that because again, I haven't really tried it because I like to let my layered fragrances sit for a little bit. But I will come to you guys and update you on how I feel about it. So this is called Top Secret from Be Layered Fragrances. Now hopping into a coffee fragrance, this scent is one that I was so sad that I missed the initial release on because this fragrance sounds so amazing, and they re-released it in a limited edition quantity and I was able to get my hands on it, and I'm so excited. And this fragrance is called Carpe Cafe from the house of Gallagher Fragrances. First of all, let's acknowledge Gallagher Fragrances updating their bottles. I love their new bottles. Like, I have no bottles that look like this at all, and I'm sorry if y'all are getting blinded by my lights and the reflection, but you guys, Wow, like how incredible is this? So Carpe Cafe is a woody, warm, sweet coffee fragrance. It has a vanillic touch to it. It has some sweetness. It has a little bit of powderiness. But what I really get from this scent that's unique is an aromatic quality. So when this fragrance opens, you get a ton of coffee and you get some vanilla. And then as the fragrance dries down, you get some fir and some cypress. I think it's pronounced fir. It doesn't sound right if I say fear. It's fir. So cypress adds that like piney touch to fragrances, and I believe fir adds the same. So for me, in my experience with cypress, I have another fragrance that I mentioned earlier. It has cypress as well, and it kind of comes off as like a pine tree, like piney, very green, aromatic, but it also kind of has like a minty quality to it as well, which I've really learned to enjoy and like embrace because it adds a unique quality to the fragrance. Now, in this fragrance is extremely strong. The green aromatic touch is very, very, very prominent, but I love the deep dry down of this fragrance. Like, it's so beautiful that I can get past that like green pininess, and I've learned to kind of enjoy it actually because it gives me a different side of coffee and it gives me a different side of a gourmand. So I really have been enjoying this fragrance. It's so unique, it's so beautiful, and I love coffee fragrances, so this kind of like tickled my fancy. You guys, I'm just so speechless. It's so beautiful, and this is a beast. This fragrance performs so beautifully on the skin. You get well over 12 hours of wear, and this projects like a monster. So I only spray a few sprays, and if you guys know me, I love to overspray, but with this one I do not spray more than 4 sprays because it's so powerful, it's so in your face, and that dry down is just so sexy and sensual. So on the base you get some sandalwood, some amber, some labdanum, and you also get some myrrh. So you really get this resinous, sweet balsamic base with that creamy sandalwood. It's so beautiful. I really enjoy this fragrance so much. If you love coffee fragrances and you want a little bit of a twist, definitely check this scent out. This is Carpe Cafe from the house of Gallagher fragrances, and you guys, again, this bottle, like, I'm feeling the industrial chic vibe that it's giving. So beautiful. And last but certainly not least, I have my final fragrance, but it's also a coffee fragrance. And unfortunately, this fragrance house has been discontinued here in the US, and it's really hard to find a lot of these scents, but I was able to snatch this one up, and I'm very happy I did. And this is Cafe Tuberosa from the house of Atelier Colonge. I also have a 100 ml of vanilla and sensei coming my way because I loved my little 30 ml that I got from Sephora, and I'm so happy I did. So I finally have that coming, and that's gonna be one that I cherish because I won't be able to find that fragrance again. This fragrance, hence the name, is a sweet coffee tuberose fragrance, so you get that white floral touch. It also has a little bit of a chocolate quality to it as well, and some vanillic touches. This fragrance is nice overall. It's just something about it that kind of turns me off, and I think what turns me off is the cardamom with the rose and the tuberose and the coffee. Like, those together just don't feel good to me. Like, it doesn't make me feel really good. It doesn't smell bad, but the cardamom is so strong in the opening that you get a different type of vibe from the scent than what you get in the deep dry down. So the opening kind of throws you off with that cardamom, but I love how this fragrance dries down because that cacao with that vanilla and then the coffee that's in the mid, it works so well. So the tuberose in this fragrance to me is not as buttery and creamy as I like. It's a little bit more on the green side, which I think complements the cardamom, but for me personally, that's not the type of tuberose that I like. But with that coffee and the cacao and the vanilla, I think it kind of adds a little bit of a richer touch to the tuberose, so it's not as green or as mature in my opinion. So the performance on this isn't the best. I would say that this fragrance has 8 hours of longevity, and then I would say the scent has about 4 hours of strong projection, and then it sits closer to the skin. So with that being said, do I think you need to like break the bank to get this fragrance? Absolutely not. I don't think you should break the bank to get any fragrance, but this fragrance is not one that I think you should run out and get before, you know, you can't get it here in the US anymore. I don't think that this is that type of scent, but it is very unique. It is very pretty if you ask me, and I'm so happy to have this along with my other coffee scents, but this is a scent that I'm still trying to test out and figure out how much I really enjoy it. So this is Cafe Tuberosa from Atelier Colonge. All right, you guys, so that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed today's video because I had so much fun making it. If you are new to my channel, I do quiz you guys at the end of all of my videos just to see who's been rocking with me into the end or whatnot. And for today's video, I want you guys to leave me the mango emoji for the mango fragrances, mango skin. We're getting into the springtime, so we're starting to have fresh and fun scents. Please let me know if you guys want to see TikToks from me, and I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys so much.